Hello, hello. It's Stephanie and I am live because today is the first day of the 365 Facebook Live Video Challenge. So the goal is to go live every single day for the next 365 days. Are eco-friendly choices important to you? They're important to me. Hi friends, this is Stephanie with another late night edition of the 365 Live Challenge. And today I want to talk about eco-friendly choices, whether they're important to you, and what you do to make your choices more eco-friendly. So, the 4 R's of eco-friendly choices are reduce, reuse, recycle, and restore. And we want to, as a best practice, whenever possible, use those 4 R's in that order. Reduce, reuse, recycle, restore. So step 1, reduce. What can we do to reduce our waste or reduce our consumption in the first place? How can we reduce our use of plastics? Can we say no to plastic bags at the supermarket? Can we say no to buying fruits or vegetables that are in packaging that's not necessary? Can we say no to straws? Can we reduce or eliminate paper towels or napkins? So reduce, that's step 1. Try to save water by turning off the faucet when you brush your teeth, or install one of those mechanisms that saves water in your toilet or saves water in your shower head. So step 1 to protect the environment, reduce. Reduce our consumption and reduce the waste, especially reduce single-use plastics right from the start. Say no to straws. Next, reuse. Do you have a water bottle and a coffee cup that you take everywhere with you? If we have a reusable coffee cup or tea, whatever you drink, and a reusable water bottle, that will go a long, long way in protecting the earth. But we can also have reusable bags. We can have a cutlery kit that we take with us to potlucks and special events that we reuse instead of taking, again, single-use plastics. When we reuse things like reusable bags, reusable cutlery, reusable cups, and bottles, not only do you reduce waste, you will be surprised by how many people you inspire because they see you doing it. And it will encourage them to do the same. So you will not only be reducing and reusing on your own behalf, but you will start to spread a ripple of environmental, eco-friendly love because people will be encouraged and inspired to bring their own reusables when they see you doing it. So, step 1, we have reduce what we use in the first place. Step 2, reuse. What kinds of things can you reuse? Cups, bottles, cutlery, bags, napkins, cloth napkins. Reduce, reuse, and then recycle. So what we can't reduce and we can't reuse, we recycle. Recycling is super important, but remember, first of all, only a small amount of what we put in the recycle bin actually gets recycled. So it's not like everything that we put in those recycling bins gets recycled. It's only a small percentage. And what does get recycled uses a lot of energy. The recycling process, while much better than throwing it away, it uses a lot of energy. And that energy usually comes from a not very environmentally friendly, non-renewable resource. So if we're using oil or coal to recycle, it's better than putting it in the landfill, but it's not the best practice. And sometimes we just use things and we have to replenish and restore them. So once we've reduced, reused, and recycled, we restore. How can we restore the environment? We can have neighborhood cleanup days where we pick up trash that's been left behind. We can have planting days where we plant trees. We can plant plants that are good for bees. We can save the bees by choosing plants that are native and natural to where we live, and by choosing plants that are good for bees. So we can replenish and restore the environment to the best of our ability after we reduce, reuse, and recycle. Those are the 4 R's that we can use on a daily basis to make best practices in eco-friendly, environmentally sustainable choices. We all want to save Mother Earth. We all want to do the best we can. And one thing that is super important is not having an all or nothing thinking. So we want to do the best we can with every decision we make, but we don't want to beat ourselves up, and we don't want to let one not so perfect choice lead us on a downslide of lots of other not so perfect choices. So I am vegan. Being vegan is one of the best things you can do for the environment. But I am not going to lie. I love bubble baths, and I have been known to take at least my fair share, if not more than my fair share, of baths. I have other friends who eat meat and are super good about conserving water in other ways and are way better than me when it comes to paper. I also love to write. I love to journal. I'm aesthetic in the way that I want, in the fact that I want to have a pen and pencil and sometimes colored pencils and write things on paper, sometimes for no other reason than to write them. Whereas I have friends who would never waste what they would see as waste that paper. For me, it's a creative process. They keep all their appointments on their phone or on digital apps, whereas I have a paper calendar. That's what works for me. I tried using a digital calendar. I tried using digital scheduling apps and note-taking apps, and it doesn't work for my brain. If it works for yours, that's awesome. So we need to do within what works for us the very best we can to make eco-friendly choices without beating ourselves up. And I know that you have lots of great tips and tricks that you can let me know about. I love getting to know you through your comments and your questions. I would be super grateful if you let me know about any tips or tricks you have or any best practices that you have to make eco-friendly choices throughout your day. This is Stephanie Bandozik, encouraging you to live your absolute best life 24/7, 365. I'm sending you lots of love and light and peace and blessings. I hope that you've had a beautiful day and you get a great night's sleep. Take care of yourself, take care of each other, and please take care of Mother Earth.